This is an exercise, tadrib. At-tadribul awal, the first tadrib, tabadalis su'al wal jawab. Exchange, tabadal. You say exchange. Tabadal as-su'al, exchange question wal jawab and answer. Kama fil mithalaini, as in the two mithal. Aini, two, yeah. Mithal, two mithal. Al-mithal al-awwal, the first mithal, and al-mithal al-thani. The first mithal, this is for male, and al-mithal al-thani, this is for female, yeah. So some of the question you have learned them in the conversation, and if not missed, yes, there are some new words as well. Let us look at the first mithal for male. Yes, iqra'u. Aina baituka.
Aina baituka.
Baiti fil qaryah.
Baiti fil qaryah.
Yes, what is this? Aina baituka. Aina baituka ya Khairul. What is the meaning? Anybody knows? Aina.
Where is your house?
Yeah,
Where's
yes.
your house?
Yes, correct, Samida wa Shamimi. Where is your house? Aina is where, and baituka is your house. Where is your house? Aina baituka. The answer, here we say baiti fil qaryah. Baiti fil qaryah. What is this? Baiti fil qaryah.
My house at Korea.
My house is in the qaryah. Do you know what is a qaryah? Qaryah is the opposite for Madinah. What is Madinah?
City.
A city, Madinah. So qaryah is
Kampung.
kampung, a village. Yes. So that is the word qaryah. Yeah. In Malay we also use this word, but people mispronounce the word. They write it karya, and then we said karya. Masjid karya so and so. You have seen this word, right? Karya. It is actually qarya. Yeah. This is an Arabic word. Masjid qarya so and so. Masjid kampung so and so. Yes. But of course in Malaysia, especially in Malaysia, the word qarya or karya, now it becomes a term. It means an area. Yeah, for example, a masjid is designated for certain area. So people from that mosque, from that area, should go to that mosque. Yeah. But of course, we are free to go any mosque to any mosque. In certain village or in certain area, they are very concerned about this. You are from this Korea, you should go to your masjid, your Korea. But here in the city, of course, you can go to any masjid that you like. Baiti fil qarya. My house is in the qarya, in the kampung or in the village. Okay, that is the first one. Yeah? Baiti fil qarya. Now we look at the second question. Iqra'u. Madza taf'alu fi ghurfatin naum?
Masa
Madza taf'alu fi ghurfatin naum? Yes, what is this phrase? Madza taf'alu? Madza taf'alu? Have you learned this word? Taf'alu? Okay. Taf'alu means you do. And what is madza?
what?
What? Yes. So this is how do you say, what do you do? Madza taf'alu? Or you can also say, what are you doing? What are you doing? Madza taf'alu? So the verb taf'alu is can be translated as the simple present tense and also present continuous tense. What are you doing? Madza taf'alu? And this is for anta. This is for male. Right? This is for male. If I want to say this to a female, what should I say? Remember that you add the ya and nun at the end.
Madza taf'alun?
Maza taf'alina. Yes, Samida. Yes, that is correct. Yeah. So you will say maza taf'alin. For example, I say, yeah, Samida, maza taf'alina. What are you doing? Maza taf'alina. Maza taf'alina. Yeah. Taf'alu is for Ikmal and Khairul. Taf'alina is for Shamimi and Fajatul. Now, maza taf'alu fi ghurfatin naum. And what is this room? Ghurfatun naum.
Bedroom.
Bedroom, yes, correct. Yeah, ghurfa is room and naum is sleeping. So bedroom. Anamu fi ghurfatin naum. So what is he doing? What am I doing here? Anam. Anybody? What is anamu?
I sleep.
I sleep. Yes, correct. Yes, Shamida. I sleep. The word anamu, this is I sleep. And alif, this is for I. Yeah. If you want to say you sleep, you replace this alif with the letter ta, just like the word taf'alu. Taf'alu, you do. Tanamu, then you can change this to anta. We say tanamu. Tanamu, anamu, I sleep. Tanamu is you sleep. For male is tanamu. What about for female? Just like taf'alina, you add ya and nun. So what will happen to the word tanamu? Just like taf'alu, taf'alina. Tanamu, tanamina. You add the ya and also nun. Okay, maza taf'alina, tanamina. Anamu fi ghurfa an-naum. Okay, this is for the second question and answer. Now, the third question and answer. Iqra'u. Hal baituka kabir?
هل بيتك كبير؟
Hal baituka kabir? Naam, baiti kabir.
Naam,
Baik.
Yes. Naam, baiti kabir. Hal baituka kabir? Here we have a new word which is kabir. Anybody knows what is kabir? Kabir.
Big.
Yes, big. Yes, correct. Kabir is big. So what is the meaning of this question? Hal baituka kabir? Yes, we have learned this word hal. Hal baituka kabir? Remember this word hal? This is a question word when you want to say is, are, do, or does.
Is your house big?
Is your house big? Yes, this is, yeah. So remember this word hal. In Malay we say adakah. Yeah? In English you have to use a few words. Yeah, is, are, do, or does. That is the meaning for the word hal. Here we say, is your house big? Is your house big? And then the answer says, Naam, baiti kabir. Naam, baiti kabir. Yes, what is this? Naam, baiti kabirun.
Yes, my house is big.
Yes, my house is big. Okay, so this is a new word today. Yeah, kabir. To say big is kabir. Okay. What is small? I give you an additional word. How do you say small? Yes, saghir. Small is saghir. Say sad, ghin, ya, and ra. Yeah, we say saghirun. For example, if you want to say, if the question is hal baituka kabir, but you want to say no, my house is small. So how do you say that? Yes, it's naam.
لا بيتي صغير.
La baiti saghir. Yes, sahih, Samida. Yeah, you say la baiti saghir. Okay, so okay, this is the last one. Yeah, for the male part. Okay, now we look at the female part. The female part. So you are going to look at some verbs for female. Yeah, okay. Iqra'u, the first one. Aina taskunina.
أين تسكنين؟
Yes, aina taskunina. Askunu fi Sha'alam.
askunu fi sya'alam.
Yes. Aina taskunin? Askunu fi Sha'alam. Yes, what is the meaning of the question?
Where do you live?
Where do you live? Yes, correct. Yeah. So where and taskunina is you live. Where do you live? Or where do you stay? Aina taskunin. Is this for anta or auntie? For male or for auntie? How do you know this is for auntie?
Yanun.
Yes, yes, yes. So when a verb, this is when a verb has this yanon, it is always for auntie, coupled with this ta. So we say taskunina. This is always for auntie. Okay, auntie, auntie. Aina taskunin, and the answer is askunu fi Sha'alam. So what is askun? Taskunin, you live, you stay.
live.
Askun, I live. Yes, correct. So this is I. How do you know this is I? We don't mention ana. There is no ana at all. Yes.
If
The alif, yes, correct. Yeah. So you sometimes yes, you can look at the word, so you will get some clue whether this is for I, whether this is for you, and so on. So in Arabic, you do not need to use the vowel. The domir the domir that we have learned, anta, anti, antuma, anta, anti, huwa, hiya, ana, and nahnu with a verb. We do not need to use that because every verb will contain its own meaning. Yeah, askun fi Sha'alam, I stay or I live in Sha'alam. Yes. Now we look at the second one. The second one, this is similar to this question, Maza taf'alu, but here we ask, we are asking a female, then we say, Iqra'u, Maza taf'alina fil hammam.
Maza taf'alina
Yes, Maza taf'alina fil hammam. What is the meaning then? Maza taf'alina fil hammam.
What do you do in bathroom?
Yes, what do you do in the bathroom? Yeah, don't forget this alif lam. Yeah, the alif lam means the. What do you do in the bathroom, or what are you doing in the bathroom? Similar to maza taf'alu, but this is for anti. This is for anti. Yes. So and the answers is aghtasilu fil hammam. Iqra'u aghtasilu fil hammam.
Aghtasilu fil hammam.
Yes, aghtasilu fil hammam. What is this word? Aghtasil?
I shower.
I shower. I take a shower. Yeah, or I take a bath. I have a bath. That is aghtasilu. I wash myself. That is also aghtasilu. Aghtasilu fil hammam. This is for I. Yeah, because you have the alif. I take a bath or take a shower. Aghtasilu fi al hammam. Yeah. And finally, iqra'u. Hal baituki nadhif? Yes. Na'am baiti nadhif. Yes. Hal baituki nadhif? Okay, here we have another new word, nadhif. Nadhif means clean. Nadhif. So what is the meaning? Hal baituka nadhif? Hal baituki nadhif? Again, you have this word, hal.
Is your house clean?
Yes, that is the meaning. Yeah, Shukran Samida. So is your house clean? Is your house clean? Hal baituka nadhif? Na'am baiti nadhif. Yes, my house is clean. Yeah, so nadhif is clean. And how do you say dirty? This is the word. Okay, take this word. Yeah, dirty is wasikhun. Waw, sin, and kha. Wasikh. So for example, you say, no, my house is dirty. La baiti wasikhun. Baiti wasikh. Right? So here we have another new word, which is nazif and also wasif. So we have started to learn a few words that contains the meaning of an adjective. You can list those words. Yeah, have a separate vocabulary list only for adjective. Kabir. What else? Saghir. Nazif. Wasif. Wasikh. Okay, and later you can add more. Yeah. Okay. Any question for this part?
No.
Okay. الآن ننتقل إلى we move to التدريب الثاني. التدريب الثاني صل بين المفرد في القائمة ألف وجمعه في القائمة باء. Join or connect between mufrad. So this is about mufrad singular. Fil qaimati alif, in the list alif, in this list alif. Wa jam'ihi, jam'un, plural. Wa jam'ihi, and its plural. Fil qaimati ba, here. So these are the words that you have seen earlier. But I believe only, yes, we have one word. We have a new word here. No, I believe we have learned all of them. All right, so let us try this. What is the jama for the first word? Baitun. Buyutun. Yes. Baitun is buyut. Baitun is buyut. Yeah, baitun is buyut. Ghurfa, room. Ghuraf. Yes, correct. Ghuraf. Ghurfa, ghuraf. So please practice and memorize the word. Ghurfa, ghuraf. Manzil. What is a manzil? This is similar to the word baitun. This is synonym. Yeah, searti. Synonym with the word bait. Bait. Manzil is a house. Manzil is a house. Baitun. So what is the plural if we say manzil? Ma jama' manzil.
Manazil.
Manazil. Yes, correct. Yeah, manazil. You will see. Yes, you see here. There are the words in manzil. You also see them in the word manazil. Mim, non, zai, and also lam. Yeah, manzil, one house. Manazil, houses. And finally, the word maskan. Of course, the plural is
Masakin.
masa.
Kin.
Masakin. Yes, masakin. Yeah, okay. For this word masakin, okay, please read correctly. Yeah, masakin. Read it with the correct long vowel. Masakin. Because if you read, if you put the wrong vowel at the wrong word or wrong letter, then the meaning will change. We have another word. Now look at this. First, we have the word masakin, which means houses. Now I give you another word that sounds very similar. Yes. What is this word? The second word? The first word is masakin, and the second word? Okay, Ikra'u, who would like to read this?
Masakin.
Masakin. Do you see the difference? Masakin with the short vowel, masakin with the long vowel. This is now a different word, which means poor man, the poors. The poors, we say masakin. Yeah, miskin, from the word miskin, masakin. So please make sure that we read the word correctly, especially when we have this long vowel, or we call it the mad. Yeah, all right. Okay, so we have completed the second exercise, and now the third exercise. Right, what is this, the third exercise? The third exercise, this is, yeah, here we have a list of verbs. A list of verbs that, a list of activities that we do in the house. Yeah, okay, iqra'u. Sorry. At-tadribu thalis, sil bainal kalima was surah. Sil means connect. Bainal kalima, between word. Kalima is word. Yeah, we say kalima. Kalima, word. And surah. And this should not be word. This should be jumlah, between the sentence. Okay. Jumlah. Jumlah in Arabic is a sentence. Yeah. Sil bainal jumlah was surah. Join between the sentence and the picture. All right. So let us look at the first one. What is the first one? Yes. Iqra'u, the first one.
Yusuf yanam.
Yusufu yanam. Yes, Yusufu yanam. Yes. Oh, what is this? Yusuf yanam. You have learned the word anam. Anamu fi ghurfatin naum. You remember that? Anamu fi ghurfatin naum. So sleep. Yes, correct. So anam, yanam, this is similar to the word anam, sleep. Yeah. So if you want to say I sleep, you say anamu. What is yanamu? What is this with the ya? This is for he. If you look at the sentence, we have this word Yusuf. So Yusuf, of course, Yusuf is he. Huwa. Huwa yanam. So we say huwa yanam. Yusuf yanam. Yes, so you can pair this one with the picture. Yeah, you can pair this with number 3. Yusuf yanam. All right. Let us look at the second verb, the second sentence. Iqra'u. Yes, what is the second one?
Al-abu yastarih.
Al-abu yastarih. Yes, syukran Syamimi. Al-abu yastarih. Yastarihu. Al-abu yastarih. Yastarih means rest. He's having a rest. Then you say yastarih. He is resting. That is yastarih. Yeah, resting. Al-abu yastarih. The father is resting. And of course, this is when you have a ya. What is this? Is this for ana, for anta, or for huwa? Similar to,
Huwa.
yeah, similar to yanamu. So ya, when you have ya at the beginning of a verb, this is normally for huwa. Yeah. Why? Because it is al-abu huwa. Al-abu yastari. How do you say I am resting? I'm taking a rest. Replace the ya. Astari. Yes, correct. Astari. You replace the ya with alif. Astarihu. Astarihu. I'm taking a rest. Yeah. Ana astarihu. Now, if I ask you this question, Aina tastarihu. Or for female, I will say, Aina tastarihina. Yes, where is the place? Aina tastarihina. Aina tastarihu. How do you say, I am resting in this room, in that room? Yes, you would like to try?
Astariyahu fil
Okay, good. Yes, astarihu fi. Okay, what room?
ghurfatul julus.
Fi ghurfatul julus. Yes. So you say astarihu fi ghurfatul julus. But later when you learn the grammar, you will learn that every time you have this word fi, you want to say astarihu fi. Whenever you use fi and the next word, the word ghurfa, earlier we said ghurfatul julus, right? We say, when we learn the word, we say ghurfatu al julus. But later when you learn the grammar, whenever you have this word fi, then you don't say ghurfatu anymore. You will have to replace this with a kasrah. So it becomes fi ghurfatil julus. Yeah, but this is of course a later topic, a grammar topic. Fi ghurfati al julus. Yes. Aina tastarihu? Astarihu fi ghurfa al julus. Fi ghurfatil julus. Yes. So you can link to the picture, yeah. Astarihu, I am resting. Now number 3. Yes, iqra, iqra'u. Anyone? Ahmad?
Ahmadu yushahidut tilfaz.
Ahmadu yushahidut tilfaza. Yes, Ahmad. Ahmadu here it is Ahmad. Ahmad yushahidu at-tilfaz. Yes, what is this? Yushahidu tilfaz. We have learned this phrase.
Watching.
Watching television. Yes, correct. Yes, Ahmad is watching TV. Ahmad is watching television. Tilfaz. And so here we have you. Ya again. So is this for Ana, for Anta, for Huwa? When they say Yushahid, this is for Huwa. Yeah, this is for Huwa because it is Ahmad. How do you say I am watching TV or I watch TV? Change the verb from Yushahidu to I.
Asyahidu.
Ashahidu. Okay, let us write the word. Alif. You replace the ya with the letter alif. But how do you read the alif? Ashahidu. Is it ashahidu? You look at the letter ya. What is the vowel for the letter ya? Fathah, kasrah, dhamma. It is a dhamma. So when the fi'il start with a dhamma, whenever you change it to another letter, you have to use a dhamma. You need to use the same vowel. Yeah. So since this is yushahidu, if you want to change to I, then you say ushahidu and not ashahidu. So it is either u or a depending on the verbs. So the previous verb, most of the verb they will start with ya. Yanamu. So since it is with a fathah, then you say anamu. Yanamu, anamu. Yastarihu. The next one. Next one is yastarihu. This is also with a fathah. Ya. Yastarihu. When you replace to alif, you say astarihu. Yeah. But when the verb starts with a dhamma, yushahidu, and you replace this ya with an alif, you have to follow the dhamma. Ushahidu. Yeah. Do not change to ashahidu. Okay, right. Ana ushahidu at-tilfaz fi ghurfa julus. Now we go to the next one. Iqra'u. Yes, what is the next one?
Akulu to'am.
Ta'am.
To'am.
Yes, syukran khairul. Akulut ta'am. Akulut ta'am. Okay, what is akulu? Akulu means I eat. I eat. Okay, now you look at this word. This word, actually, the word is here. This is the actual word. Akulu. Yeah. So this is the word akulu. Akulu, where you have the alif. And this alif at the beginning of the word, this means I, ana. Ana akulu. But akulu is a bit difficult to read. Yeah. Ana akulu, they dislike this. They do not like this, so they replace. They combine these two alif. Now it becomes akulu. Akulu. So akulu, this is originally akulu. Yeah, it is akulu, then it is replaced with akulu. The keyword here is replace. In Quran, you have a word starting with this then this is called madul badal. Badal, which means replace. So why is it called badal or replace? Because of this. Originally you have two alif and then they do not like this, they replace it to this akulu. So in tajweed it is called mad badal, and you read it with two haraka. For example, in the Quran, amana rasulu bima unzila ilaika. Yeah, amana. Originally it is amana. All right, so now you know the word akulu. How do you change this to he? If you want to say he eats or he is eating, what is the letter for he?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So how do you say he eats or he is eating? Is it based on akulu or based on akulu? What is the original word? Is it akulu or akulu?
Akulu.
It is akulu. So changes will be based on the original word, which is akulu. Now change this to ya.
Yakulu.
Yakulu. Yes, correct. Yeah. So if you want to say he is eating, you say yakulu. If you want to say anta, you are eating, you say takulu. But when it comes to I, we don't say akulu. This is difficult to read. Then they replace this with akulu. Yeah. So akulu. I eat, akulu. What is ta'am? Ta'am means food. I eat the food. Ana akulu at-ta'am. Where do you eat food? Aina ta'kulu ta'am? If I want to ask Shamimi, for example, I will say Aina ta'kulina ta'am, ya Shamimi? Yes. What is your answer? Aina ta'kulu ta'am?
Aina takulu ro'am fi
That,
wal matbah.
okay, again. Ana or Aina? Is it
Ai.
Ana?
Ana.
Not Aina. Aina is a question word. Aina is where. You say Ana. Ana, again, repeat. Ana.
Ana akulu to'amu fi
Yes.
fi matbah.
Fil matbah. Yes, fil matbah. Ana akulu ta'ama fil matbah. I eat food in the kitchen. Yeah. Or you can also say ana akulu ta'ama fi ghurfa. What is the room? Dining room. Yes. Anybody remembers the word for dining room? Ghurfa at-ta'am. You take this word again. Yeah. So we say ghurfatut ta'am. This is if you want to say dining room, you say ghurfa at-ta'am. Ta'am is food. So literally it means room for food. Yeah, ghurfa at-ta'am. Now, okay, so this is the word akulu, I eat. Yeah, akulu, akuluna, yakulu, ta'kulu, ta'kulina, and so on. And the last word is this. Iqra'u. Yes, man yaqra'? Who would like to read?
Ahi.
Tasilu.
Yes, Ikmal, continue. Fajatul, your microphone is so slow today.
Ahi yartasilu.
Akhi yaghtasilu. Yes, shukran, Ikmal. Akhi yaghtasilu. Yes, what is the meaning of akhi yaghtasil? We have learned both words. Yaghtasil, we have learned aghtasil. Yes, we have learned the word aghtasil.
Ahi is brother. Yagtasil, shower.
Shower is showering. Yes, brother. My brother, akhi. So yeah, my brother, my akhi he is taking a shower. Yaghtasil, he is having her shower. Yeah, having a shower. Akhi yaghtasilu. Ana aghtasilu. Okay, so now you can link between the sentence and the picture on your own. All right. If this comes in your exam, I believe there is a similar question like this. Of course, if you have the printer, you can print it out and you can just link and take the picture again and send it to me. But if you do not have printer, what you can do is you can, for example, in the exam we will put like numbers. Maybe we put some numbers here or some numbers here, depending. Yeah. So you say, Yusuf Yana, what is the picture? Picture number 2, for example. Picture number 3. Okay. So as long as we can understand, it's okay. It's fine. I will talk about our midterm. Yeah, at the end of our class today, inshallah. Okay. So done with this one, and now let us go to another tadrib. Yes, another tadrib. Okay. At-tadrib al-rabi'u. At-tadrib al-rabi'u, the fourth exercise. Tadrib, exercise, and rabi' is fourth, number 4. Yeah. This is from the word arba'a. Arba'a is 4 and rabi' is the fourth. Uktub kama fil mithal. Uktub is another verb. This is write. Uktub. Right? Kama as misal in the example. Right is in the example. We look at the example. Al-mithalul awwal. Here they give you one word. Al-mithalul awwal. Baiti. They give you 2 words. Sorry. Baiti and kabir. Remember what is kabir?
Big.
Big. Yes,
Big.
correct. So they want you to write 2 sentences. The first sentence is this. Using the word haza. Haza is, what is haza? Remember the word haza? Haza.
There is.
There is. Haza is not there is.
This.
This, yes. Haza, it means this. Haza. We have another word for this. Anybody remembers the other word for this? Haza, yes, correct. That is one word. Haza. We have another word.
Hadihi.
Hadhihi, yes, Shamida, correct. Yeah, so you have 2 words for hadha, for this, yeah, hadha and also hadhihi. When do you say hadha? When do you say hadhihi?
Haza for men.
Hadha for men, for male.
Hazi for me, female.
Hadhihi for female, yes. Yes, Yashamimi, you are correct. Hadha is used for male and hadhihi is used for female. If it is a human, then there is no problem. For example, we say talib, male student, then you say hadha, hadha talib. For example, khairul, so I can say hadha khairul. Ikmal, hadha ikmal. And hazihi, for human, it is easy. For example, Sophia, I say hazihi Sophia, hazihi Fajatul, hazihi Shamida, hazihi, yeah. But what about for non-human? What about for object? How do you know whether you should say haza or hazihi if it is an object?
Based on the word, if it's like female or not.
Based on the word. You look at the word. So how do you know whether the word is a male word or we call it masculine word? And whether it is a female word or a feminine word? There is a clue.
Feminine word has tamabuta.
Yes, Sophia, correct. So the feminine, how do you identify whether it is a masculine word or feminine word? You look at the end of the word. If you have this ta marbuta or ta marbuta, then this is for feminine word. Yeah, this is for feminine word. Or the term that we use to refer to this feminine word, it is called mu'annath. Yeah, please write down the term. Yeah, mu'annath. So later, I will use this term mu'annath. So mu'annath is referring to female or feminine words. Mu'annath. And what about the male word? Male word is, of course, when you do not see any ta, there is no ta marbuta at the end of the word, then that is a male word. So what is the term that we use to refer to male word? We say muzakkar. Please write down the 2 terms, yeah? Muzakkar and mu'annas. Muzakkarun and mu'annas. Muzakkar is male or masculine word, and muannas is female and or feminine word. Yeah, what is the clue? Ta marbuta. Yeah, if this is for object. If it is for human, then it is easy. You just look at the meaning. But for object, you need to look at the ta. Okay. So now you know that you have to say either haza or hazihi. Yeah, depending on the next word. For example, for this one, it is baiti. So is the word baiti male word, muzakkar, or is this female word, muannas? What do you think?
Masculine word.
Masculine word. This is a masculine word. How do you know this is masculine word? Okay, right. You break the word. Write the words. The first word is the word baitun. And that ta, is that ta marbuta or the normal ta? Bayata, this ta.
Normal ta.
That is the normal ta, right? So when we write baitun, we write the normal ta. The ta maftuha, we call it ta maftuha or the open ta. Baitun. So therefore, this is not ta marbuta. This is not ta marbuta, therefore this is not muannas. So this is a muzakkar word. That is why they say hada. Hada baiti. This is my house. Okay, done with the first sentence, right? So you decide whether you should use hada or hadihi. That is the first one. Now, the second one. The second sentence. The second sentence, huwa, of course, huwa is an additional letter, and we take this word huwa. What is the meaning of the word huwa?
It.
There are two meanings. First is
Him.
he, and another meaning is
It.
it. Yes, correct. Yeah, huwa. Sometimes it is translated as he if it is referring to a person, and if it is referring to an object, then you say it. Yeah, huwa. It is the same word, huwa. Huwa. Okay. Now, why do they use the word huwa? What is another word to say it? Okay, when we refer to a person, male, you say huwa. For female, what do you say? You want to say she.
Hiya.
Hiya, yes, correct. So it is the same for it. Yeah, it is the same for the word it. If it is referring to a masculine word, a male person or a male word, then you use the word huwa. Yeah, huwa. But if it is referring to a female word or a feminine word, then you should change to hiya. So hiya, two meanings. First is she, second is it. Later, you will learn that here has the third meaning, which means these or they for non-human. Yeah. So we leave it for later lesson. Huwa kabir, and if it is for female, then you change to hiya. Okay. That is why the second sentence here we have wa huwa kabir. Wa huwa kabir. All right. Let us try number one. Yes. Who would like to try number one? Two sentences. Gurfati wasi'a. Wasi'a, okay, wasi'a is a new word. This is another word with the adjective meaning. This means wide. Wasi'a. Wasi'a. Yes. Wasi' or wasi'a, it means wide. Yes, what is the first sentence? Is it hadha or hadihi? Anybody would like to try the first one? The first sentence.
هذه غرفتي.
Hazihi ghurfati. Yes, shukran Samida. We say hadihi. Hadihi ghurfati. Yes, correct. Because the word ghurfati, ghurfa, this is from the word ghurfa and it ends with ta marbuta. Right? So that is why you say hazihi. Okay, shukran. Yeah, Sophia. Okay. What about the next sentence? Is it huwa or hiya? You can ignore the word wa. Just ignore the word wa. We just want to say huwa or hiya. Yes, who would like to try this? Is it huwa or hiya?
Hiya.
Hiya. Yes. So what is the sentence? Hiya.
Wahiya wasi'at.
Wahiya wasi'a. Yes, correct, Fajatul. Wahiya wasi'a. Yeah. Wahiya wasi'a. And it is wide or it is huge. It is big. That is the meaning of wasi'a. Okay, good. Now, number two. The second one is matbakh, kitchen. Matbakhi, my kitchen. What about my kitchen? Nazif. Nazif. Nazif, this is another adjective which means clean. We have learned this word, yeah, earlier. Nazif, clean. Yes. What is the first sentence? You want to say, this is my kitchen. Yes, anyone? This is my kitchen. Hadha or hadihi?
هذا.
Okay, hadha.
هذا مطبخي.
Hadha matbahi. Yes, sahih. Hadha matbahi. This is my kitchen. Yes, this is my kitchen. Okay, now you want to say, and it is. You can also say hadha. You can use the word hadha again, but we want to use another word. We want to say it. Yes, so what is the word? How do you say it is clean? Yes. Want to try this? And it is clean. Is it huwa or hiya?
Huwa.
هو.
Huwa. Yes, Khairul says huwa. Okay, Iqra, read Khairul. Huwa.
Huwa nazif.
Huwa nazif. Yes, huwa nazif, and it is clean. Okay, yes, correct. Wa huwa nazif, and it is clean. Yes. And number 3, the last word. Number 3, we have the word manzili, my house, and the word jamil. Yes, what is jamil? We have learned this word earlier. Jamil.
Cantik.
Beautiful, cantik. Yeah, beautiful. So we say manzili beautiful. My house is beautiful. Manzili jamil. Okay, 2 sentences. The first sentence, this is my house. Yes, this is my house.
Haza
Haza
manzili.
manzili. Sahih Shamimi. Haza manzili. This is my house. Haza manzili. All right, that is the first sentence. Haza manzili. This is my house. Now the second sentence, and it is beautiful. It. Yes. So now you want the word it. Is it huwa or is it hiya?
Wa huwa jamil.
Wa huwa. Yes. So now we use the word huwa. Huwa jamil. Wa huwa jamil. Okay, all right. So now this is for the word, how to say, this is how do you say this, yeah, for male and for masculine word and feminine word, and also how do we say it, yeah, for masculine and also feminine word. All right. And before we look at the last exercise, look at the adjective, the word with the adjective meaning. Kabir, wasi'a, nazif, jamil. So as I said earlier, you will have 2 versions. Okay, there are 2 versions of the word. First for male version, masculine version. Second is for the feminine version. Kabir, this is the masculine version. What if you want to say kabir for a feminine word? What should we do for the word kabir? Kabir is for male word or masculine word. Now you want to use this for a feminine word.
Kabiratun.
Kabiratun. Yeah, you simply add a ta marbuta at the end. Kabir, kabiratun. In the dictionary, you will always see the muzakkar word. Kabir, yeah, because they know that, or because they said, okay, you have learned the grammar, then you should be able to change this to a female word. Yeah, kabira. Kabir, kabira. Yes, good. Kabir, kabira. What about the second word? The second word is wasi'ah. This is female version. Feminine version with the ta. What is the masculine version of the word? Yes, anyone?
What?
Wasi. Wa. Yes, Safia?
Wasi'.
Wasi'. Yes, correct. Wasi'un. Yeah, so we say wasi' or wasi'un. Okay, just write the ain. Wasi'. Wasi'. Yes, correct. Wasi' or wasi'un. Yes, that is for the word clean. Sorry, for the word white. Wasi'. For the word clean, nazif. This is the muzakkar version. What is the muannas for nazif?
Nazifatun.
Nazifatun. Yes, correct. Nazifa. Nazifa, clean. Good. And jamil. Jamil, this is muzakkar. This is for muzakkar word. Make it muannas.
Jamil.
جميلة.
Jamilatun. Yes, correct. Jamilah. Yeah. So now you know how to form muannas and also how to change to muannas and revert it back to muzakkar. Okay, good. Alhamdulillah. Any question for this one? Haza, hazihi, huwa, hiya. and also the muzakkar and also muannas? No? Okay. Now we go to the last one. The last one, this is similar. This is similar to the previous exercise. They give you two words, jadi, my, jad. Okay, this is, I believe this is a new word, jaddun. Jaddun is a grandfather. Jaddun. Grandfather is jaddun. What is a grandmother? You add a ta. What is the word to say a grandmother?
Jaddah.
Jaddatun. Yes, correct. So for grandmother, it is jaddatun. Yeah. So add this to your vocabulary for the topic of usrah, my family. Yeah. Jaddatun. All right. Okay. So jadi, my grandfather. Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur. Again, you use the word haza or hazihi to refer to jadi. And of course, this is all for human. Yeah. This time, this is for human. And now we don't say it anymore. You change to he or she. Of course, for he, you say huwa. For she, you say hiya. That is the second thing. And this is something new. Now you have a verb. Huwa yaskunu. He stays. Yaskunu. Here they use the letter ya in the beginning of the fi'l because they want to use this for huwa. What if you want to use this for a female, for hiya? What is the letter that you should use? The letter is a ta. Okay, take note, yeah? This is something new. You have not seen this. So we use a ta. We say taskunu, which is similar to anta. Anta is also taskunu. Aina taskunu, where do you stay? Hiya is also taskunu. How do you differentiate between the two? Later we will learn about that. Yeah. Today we just take the vocabulary. Taskunu, which means for hiya, which is for hiya. She stays. Hiya taskunu fi Kuala Lumpur. Okay, let us do this together. The first word is khali. Khali. Do you remember what is this word? Khal. If not mistaken, we have learned this word. Khal in the topic of usra. Khalun. This is my uncle. The word is khal. And do you remember, is this uncle from your mother's side or from your father's side?
Mother's side.
Yes, this is from the mother's side. We say khal. What is uncle from the father's side? Anybody remembers the word? Ammun. Yes, correct. Ammun. Ammun. So Ammun, this is also an uncle, but it is from your father's side. A paternal uncle, and khal is your maternal uncle. Yes. So khali, my uncle. Jakarta. Jakarta. So now we want two sentences. The first one is, this is my uncle. Hadha or hadihi?
Haza.
Of course, it is haza, yeah? Haza khali. Haza khali. Okay. The second sentence, is it huwa yaskun or hiya taskun?
Wayas.
Huwa yaskun. Yes, huwa yaskunu. Aina yaskunu huwa? Where does he live? Complete the sentence. Huwa yaskun
Fi Jakarta.
fi Jakarta. Naam, huwa yaskun fi Jakarta. Yes, Ikmal. Huwa yaskun fi Jakarta. So you can complete the sentence on your own, yeah? Fi Jakarta. This is how we write Jakarta in Arabic. Jakarta, fi Jakarta. Naam. Hadha khali huwa yaskun fi Jakarta. Okay, now number 2. Okay, number 2, you look at this word, sadiqati. So remove the ya, and what is the word that you get after you remove this ya? My
Sadiqah.
Sadiqah.
sadiqah. Yes, and that last letter is the ta marbuta. Correct. And what is a sadiqah? Who is this sadiqah? This is friend. Yes, correct, Sophia. This is female friend. From the word sadiq. Sadiq is a friend, male. Friend, you say sadiq. Sadiqa, a female friend. So now sadiqati, my friend, my female friend. Tokyo. Tokyo. Yes, how do you say, this is my friend? And he, this is not he anymore. This must be she. She stays or she lives in Tokyo. Yes, what is the first sentence?
Hadihi sadiqati.
Hadihi sadiqati. Yes. Hadihi sadiqati. Hadihi sadiqati. هذه صديقتي. The second sentence.
Hiya taskunu
هي تسكن في طوكيو.
Hiya taskunu fi Tokyo, ya. Hiya taskunu fi Tokyo. Hiya taskun. Okay, so for here we use the word the letter ta, yeah. We say hiya taskun, and the rest you can complete it on your own. Fi Tokyo, yeah. Hiya taskun fi Tokyo. So this is how they write Tokyo. To, yeah. To wow kaf ya wow. Tokyo. Fi Tokyo. Nam. Fi Tokyo. And our last word, our last sentence. Akhi and Bangkok. Akhi and Bangkok. Yes. This is my brother. This is my brother.
akhi.
Hadha akhi. Yes, correct. Hadha akhi. Hadha akhi. He stays in Tokyo. Sorry, he stays in Bangkok.
Huwa yaskunu fi Bangkok.
Bangkok. Naam. Huwa yaskunu. Yes, correct. Huwa ya. Huwa yaskunu fi Bangkok. Correct. Huwa yaskunu fi Bangkok. Okay. So basically this exercise is similar to the previous one. The difference is that in the previous one, it is we are referring to objects. Okay, my house, my room, my kitchen. Then the word huwa and hiya means it. But for the second exercise, this is for human. Therefore, the word huwa and hiya here, it means he and also she. And we also learn how to use a verb, how to use the verb with the damir huwa and also with the damir hiya. Yeah, all right. Any question? Hal hunaka soal? Any question for this one?
No.
No? Okay. Alhamdulillah.